Today's video is all about filtration, and while I did a video a month or two ago really deep diving into the air quality of my print farm here in my shop, this video is not going to be as nerdy because honestly this video is about a product that I researched, sought out, was able to get from a company for a video. You know, song and a dance, here's a tool, but basically taking a look at it, checking it out, and putting it into my shop. Hey guys, my name is Sam and welcome back to Samcraft. That's right, today's video is going to be an unboxing and review of a product, but again, it's something that I looked into, I wanted, I needed, and this is what happens. So this video is, I guess you could say, sponsored because the company sent me the product in exchange for making a video, but this was something I was about to buy myself. I didn't have to agree to say things or do certain things for this video. I just said, send it to me and I'll show and tell. So this is that show and tell. All right, we just took the unit out of the box and to give it a little bit of a tour here, this is the front. So this big black piece is actually a little foam plug and it covers the filter, or rather helps protect the filter during transit. Obviously, just unwrapping it, I need to get the filter out of the plastic, but that's it for the front. This guy is attached with a rope, so that's nice. You have a less likely of a chance to lose it, especially if you move around with this. Spinning it around to this side, you have this large, it looks like about an 8-inch outlet. This is the output of this unit. This is also circular, has a little lip, because you can attach some ductwork, piping, or flex hose to this to direct your exhaust somewhere else. On the back of the unit, you have this large black disc with a bunch of screws or bolts holding it into place. This is your access hatch for the motor, but you should not normally need to get into this area. Spinning it on around, the left side of the unit is blank, so we're fine with that. And that brings us back to the front. Here on the top of the unit is where you've got the business. You have an hour meter, a little light that indicates when it's time to change your HEPA air filter, a reset button should you have any kind of electrical trips, and then you have auxiliary outlets on top, which are 120 volt outlets, maximum rated at 12 amps if the air filter is off, or 9 amps if the air filter is on. So that is really cool. Along with the machine, you get a large, heavy duty, looks like a tool. Along with the unit, you have a power cable here, and this is a 14 gauge power cable, very long in length, which is great, so you're able to put this wherever you need it. This is 14 gauge, so your max current is limited. That's why the outlet says 12 amps with nothing on, or 9 amps with the unit running. Let's go ahead and take a look at the front hatch, open this up, and take a look at the filter, because that's really what does the work. You got two latches here on the left side, one latch up top, and then one latch at the bottom, and then two latches over here on the left. So a total of 6 latches, and this whole front piece comes right off. Here we have the filter, obviously being brand new, it's wrapped in plastic. Let's go ahead and remove this. Looks like it's about 2 inches thick. Behind the filter, we see a metal protective housing and the fan motor itself. So we'll go ahead and load this guy back into place. And then on the back of this front door, we have these two little spring latches here that's holding another filter in place. Okay, another 2 filters. Awesome. You guys able to hear that? This is a filter that has activated charcoal in it, or carbon. So this is your carbon filter, and then after the carbon filter, or rather before, is a standard particulate air filter. This is what you're going to be used to seeing, right? This is what we see in our homes most often, or other DIY filter systems, a regular plain pleated filter. So as you can tell, this is a 3-stage filter. We have the pre-filter. This is kind of your generic house style. Then we have the carbon filter with all of its little carbon particles inside of it. And then lastly, at the very final stage, is this big 2-inch thick HEPA filter. Very nice. I like that all of these are easy to access. I love that this front panel comes off very easily and I can see and replace these as I need to. It's not one big unit where the HEPA, carbon, and pre-filter are all together. It allows you to inspect each one and replace them as individually needed. All right, all the filters are now unpacked. Let's go ahead and take off this plug for the air intake. Plug this guy up to my table back here. We have one single beep that tells us the unit is on. And so let's go ahead and turn this guy on and see how it works. It's not incredibly loud. I mean, you definitely hear this running. It is as high as it runs, but it is not, it's just air noise. It's not got a motor whine to it. As far as vibrations, there's really not that much. I can feel the table that it is running, but it's not shaking the table at all. That's probably due in part to the fan design, which is a squirrel cage style fan, and the fact that it sits on rubber dampening feet. Very cool. Turning it around to the front, you can see that it's got quite a bit of suction. Has no problem holding that air scrubber manual right up to it. And then obviously the exhaust is putting out too. Being in my laser shop, this is immediately probably got you thinking, hey, could I use that with my laser as a fume extraction and filter system? Maybe, but that's not what this is sold, designed, or tested to be. And that's not how this guy is going to be using it. So I'm going to say no, with the caveat, you've got your own mind, your own free will, do what you want. This is more of a room air or ambient air filtration purification system. Now in a laser shop such as this would be great to have. You've got particulates, you've got dust, you've got wood smoke, maybe some fumes, and this would do great to get rid of the stuff floating around. But again, I don't consider this to be a fume extraction system or one that should go right there with your laser. On the other hand, here in a 3D print farm environment, this guy is going to do very well. In fact, that's why I really reached out and wanted this unit, is so that I can get a more compact air filtration system here in my 3D print farm compared to what I already have. This is Sam's current air filtration solution. A circular fan from Amazon coupled with an Win environmental cartridge style air filter, honestly made for dust collection systems for woodworking, cobbled together into this. This works pretty good. The only problem is it takes up floor space, which is premium in my shop. It is loud, which kind of bugs me from a personal standpoint or a video standpoint. And I don't think it's really that efficient, or at least it doesn't seem to be, because when this guy runs, it sucks air in from the top, blows it down into the filter like the filter is designed. But this motor on the front gets pretty hot after running for about an hour. So I think this guy would be better served somewhere else, or maybe it's time to separate them, put this fan somewhere else, and I don't know, maybe hawk a filter on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know, but this is not what the video is about. It may be difficult to convey through the audio microphone that I'm wearing, but that fan, it may not be quieter from a decibel standpoint, but it's definitely less intrusive of a sound. It doesn't have that low airplane propeller noise that I had with my fan filter, my DIY one, and it's more of just, I don't know, air movement and not motor movement, if that makes sense at all. I like it. It is also short enough that I can just sit it right there in the corner between two of my print racks and my bed slinging A1 3D printers don't hit it. I don't have to worry about that. Awesome. Now, of course, yes, it's taking up floor space, so I'll have to get creative on how I can put that somewhere else. Honestly, I'm thinking about mounting it to my ceiling, but that's not something that I have the hardware for today, nor do I want to drag you guys along for that because it may not pan out. If it does though, I'll be sure to show you guys in a future update, community post, or no doubt, as I'm in my shop making videos, you'll see it up there on the ceiling. Otherwise, that's about all I can really say about an air filter. I'm not going to do long-term filtration tests because I did that in my other video, and it showed that VOCs are not a factor with PLA printing on my 3D printers, and my particulate matter is the major thing that I have, but I didn't have a ton of that either, so it kind of was a lackluster event. That being said, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them for me down below, whether it be about the filter, anything you see in the background, or things in general. I'm an open book most of the time. I enjoy making the content for you guys, and I know the best thing for you and for me is to make content that you enjoy, that is useful, beneficial, and good to share. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time in the workshop.